well, I was going to say this is like top five, but I don't think we're going to do top five. It's just what we're looking forward to in the Tomb Kings expansion.
While we get
Jimmy.
fucked over
So
online.
yeah, well, we're not playing online yet, Jimmy. We're going to do that in a minute. I want to be full concentration for that. But so, Jimmy, what are you looking forward to in the Tomb Kings expansion?
Tomb Kings, that's it. That's all you need to be excited for, Sam. The Tomb Kings.
Really? Yeah, but I mean, there's like surely the fact that there's going to be for me, for instance, I'm looking forward to seeing how the Tomb Kings changes the campaign, how the AI act, which races get killed off, and like getting rid of those stupid vampires in the desert. What were they called?
The
The ones in the desert?
Necroarchy Brotherhood and something else. I don't really pay much attention to them. They generally die. But yeah, good. There's
Yeah, exactly.
four legendary lords right off the bat.
Yeah,
And I think I know where two of them start. So Cetra would
yeah,
I can't remember the names of everyone without actually looking at the map. But so yeah, Cetra the main guy. He's
yeah.
probably gonna
So
be
the such of the imperishable.
yeah. He's gonna. I don't know if the vampires are gonna be completely gotten rid of or if they're gonna be like reduced down to a smaller starting area. So you'll still have them, but the Tomb Kings
Maybe.
will also be there.
Well, they did the same thing with Norska. Those other sub factions were still there, so you could
Yeah,
either wipe them out or think. But it's completely different as the
yeah,
Tomb
but with
Kings.
Norska they
But I,
like because to begin with there was only two of them in a massive area.
yeah,
And so then they just added more in. But in this one, it's
yeah.
it's a smaller area, and there's already other things around. So I don't know if they're going to be completely gotten rid of, or if they're just going to be reduced and Tomb Kings added. Uh,
Well, that's the thing that I was wondering is are the Tomb Kings going to be separate factions? Like so, for instance, like with Lizard Men, you have the last defenders and
yeah.
the what's the other one's called?
Mazamundi, or however you pronounce his name.
Maz- yeah. So because there's four, isn't there? There's
There's
four
four. No, they're all
starting
going to be
legendary
separate.
lords.
They're all going to be Tomb Kings, but they each start separately in separate locations. One of them might be a horde type, but I doubt it because I don't think Tomb Kings would work as a horde. Because one of
Yeah.
the high priest, he was set out to wander to find a way to reverse the skeletonization, i.e., get them
Yeah.
nice golden bodies, which was what they were promised.
Mm.
So technically, in law, he should be a wandering horde, but I don't think they would make one a wandering horde and all the others start in city. So we'll probably start in a city somewhere.
Yeah. Although it would be good because the only wandering horde you've had, or horde like race, was Chaos.
Yeah, you've got the Chaos and the Beastmen.
Oh, sorry, Beastman. Yes, of course. Yeah.
So it'll be. I reckon it'll be a just add a slight different feels to it. I'd have a different wandering horde army because it can work quite well with Tomb Kings because they should be similar to vampire counts. How they, I don't know if they'll be able to raise the dead like vampire counts can, but apparently
Probably. I
you
mean,
can get mass resurrection or some. There's something you get mass heal or mass resurrection.
well, I'm just reading it now because there was a research uncovered mysteries of ancient. I could never pronounce that. You know,
Nekahara or
Nekaharan,
something.
Nekahara dynasties. So that would be like your treasure hunting, that kind of thing, and then combine exotic trade goods and canopic jars. So that's the unique resource,
Yeah.
and then raise fabled legions. That would be like your warriors of renown, won't it?
No, I think of more like raise the dead that the
Oh
vampire
right.
counts have.
I thought that'd be more like warriors of renown because fabled legions of legend. It
Actually,
sounds
yeah,
more
yeah.
like warriors of renown.
Yeah, because these are the first rate. They might have. I don't know if they would have regiments of renown, or it could be similar to lizardmen, how they have blessed spawns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just reading it here. It says that they have a power to unlock a right to turn the tide of conflict with powerful abilities like shrouding their territories in deadly sandstorms. Now, to me, shrouding their territories in deadly sandstorms is just going to be.
I think that's going to be like a right, like how the lizardmen have one where all enemy forces suffer attrition.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. That's all it's going to be is suffering attrition.
Yeah.
It's not going to change anything. It'd be cool if it changed the campaign map. The campaign battles where you actually had a sandstorm happening on screen.
Yeah, especially if it was damaging the enemy units while it was happening, which meant you could then
Yeah.
take on a much larger force with a smaller one.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But
Like it says, warriors fall in battle, their essence flows, the realm of the souls, as certain thresholds are reached, mass healing and resurrection waves are triggered, reinvigorating the Tomb King armies. So that's like what you were saying about how they're going to use...
yeah, that might be a right where if
resurrection.
you cast it, recently dead units come back to life, or you get like a whole new army like lizard men summon a massive army of feral.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
most likely.
Looking
I-
at what's already in the
See, I-
game, this is what I figure some things would be like. But of course, they're probably going to be slightly different.
See, this is the thing. I was thinking how I always love how when they introduce a new race, how it affects the campaign in like AI wise. Because when a new race is introduced, the AI is going to act completely differently. Like so, for instance, because the way the Tomb Kings are going to be, for instance, because I like to play as the Last Defenders. That was my first campaign I did with Lizardmen. Because where they are, they're going to be immediately met instead of just rebels and a few like other lizardmen and dwarves and orcs and that kind of thing. They're going to be met with a full-on Tomb King force at some point.
Yeah.
So it might be interesting to see how the AI works. Obviously, if you're playing as the lizardmen, you could probably wipe out the Tomb Kings, fair enough. But the AI, it's going to be very weird and funny to see how they react with all the other races around.
Especially that there's four of them. So there's most likely going to be some confederation. One, I don't know if all four will last very long, or if one or two will get taken out quite quickly, and then absorbed by the other ones. But it's hard to tell.
Yeah, definitely.
But they don't do the vortex. That's been established.
No, they do
They have their own little
different
quest.
thing. They're looking for
The 9 books in the gash. I don't know if that's just in the Vortex campaign or in the Mortal Empires campaign as well.
Well, in the Mortal Empires campaign, you don't really do anything like that, do you?
No,
You just have they'll have the quest for their individual leaders, and that'll probably be it.
Yeah, because there's no Vortex quest in Mortal Empires, so I'm guessing the search for 9 books in the gash doesn't affect the Mortal Empires campaign. But doing the Vortex campaign, I am intrigued to see, because even though you're searching for books in the gash, you still have to stop the other races completing the Vortex.
Yeah.
Which,
Otherwise,
in all fairness, you can just wait till they get to the last bit and intercept their army, and then they give up.
yeah, I think that's kind of problematic in a way.
Yeah, I think they should wait.
But, I mean,
I don't know, a good while, but then they can do it again.
yeah, definitely. Because there's the thing, though. Are you happy with the fact that you're paying? What? How much did we pay?
20 something quid, I think. Is it?
No, Jamie.
I
No
know we got
way
that
was it
discount
20 quid.
when it was discounted.
Well, we got it's 10% off at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it was $13.99 originally. So if you paid 13, we paid $12.59. Okay, so if you think about it, that's not really 10% off either. That's a bit less than 10%. But
No, that's 10% off.
oh yeah, it is actually yeah. Are you happy the fact that they don't have their own storyline, like their own campaign? Like, 'cause with the elves, the wood elves, you had a bigger landmass. The forest was made bigger. There was more things to do.
Yeah, because the
little
Beastmen, they
cool
had their own
things.
campaign. Wood Elves, they had their own type of campaign. I think because they've already got the Vortex campaign, and the Mortal Empires one, that they decided just to give them a quest line in the Vortex, which... Yeah, I didn't really think of that. That didn't occur to me, in all fairness.
I thought of it the other day actually, because I thought you're actually just paying for four legendary lords as opposed to having a campaign where. But then again, you're paying for two extra legendary lords, whereas the elves you only had two.
Yeah.
Or was it three? Two legendary lords.
Legendary lords. They still only have two legendary lords.
Yeah, exactly. But now we're getting four, which means it gives you more flexibility as well on co-op campaigns.
And there are still technically two campaigns. You got the because even though they're just add-ons for the campaigns which are already there, there's still technically two of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would have actually quite liked just a zoomed in, just next to Hara, or the northern. Well, it's close to Araby or. But yeah, I think I would have liked a zoomed-in version of that, where you just spent all your time in the desert.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have for $13.99. They should have put in both. Like, I think the Total War community deserves a little bit more for their money. Like, they could have just put a campaign in, four legendary lords, and just said, "This is what this is technically the main expansion." Because I don't think we're going to get another race, are we? In this iteration
they could do Ogre Kingdoms.
No, what was like Ogre Kingdoms? What we were saying, Dogs of War.
Dogs of War, I reckon would be. The thing is though, I don't think Dogs of War would needs to happen. Be an actual.
No, it wouldn't be a race.
Faction.
But it wouldn't be an actual faction. It would be mercenaries.
Yeah.
Mercenaries need to come into this game. There's been in every other iteration. Dogs of War. You even see Dogs of War on the campaign map.
Yeah,
didn't you?
Well, I'm hoping that's like a test run for them. The rogue armies is what they're called.
Yeah, because it's got to happen.
Because it should be very simple to put in, similar to Regiments of Renown, but for every single race.
Yeah,
I think one of the problems that may come into that though is what happens if another race has already bought that Dogs of War. Can you get this as well, or do you have to kill them? Then you can hire them.
I don't know. I think that'll just sort of come into it later. I mean, I think
unless it makes it so you're really the only one that can hire the Dogs of War. I don't know. It's just one thing that might be a bit problematic.
Yeah, I get you. Because I mean, the what do you call it? The intervention forces didn't really work that well, in my opinion.
Oh no, you spent loads of money to do fuck all. They just got destroyed.
Exactly, and I think Dogs of War will probably be similar to that in the sense that you might be able to control them, or maybe not. I hope you do.
Oh, so instead of actually buying units for your force, you just hire a mercenary army.
A mercenary army, but I think I would prefer it if they were in your army to boost them.
Yeah.
And they could come up with some really crazy stuff. Like, you could do some Tomb... I know they wouldn't have Two Kings Dogs of War, but they could do. If you wanted to, you could have some, like, rogue skeletons.
I'm not too... I think the closest thing you can get to that is there was an ogre who had these chains, which if anyone died while wearing the chains, they became a skeleton bound to his will.
Oh, right. That'd be quite cool.
I think that's the closest you can get to undead mercenaries. I'm not too versed in Dogs of War. I never really used them. Never really read that much about them.
I think they're a necessity to have, just to give you that boost in the campaign.
It's just like including all Warhammer. Cause I want this to when it's finished, and I don't know if it's going to have it or not. But when it's finished, to have the entire Warhammer map, every race, everything in it. I don't know if we'll ever reach that stage, if we'll ever do that.
Including the Japanese, Chinese ones that aren't actually... They're there, but they're not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because, I mean, Norska technically didn't have its own race. It was in the fluff, and I think there were a few things, but in the game, Norska wasn't actually a tabletop army.
No.
So they've done that, and so it's shown that they can make... other ones. We're just waiting for like Border Princes, Estalian, Tilia, however you pronounce them to get like upgraded, and Kislev.
Yeah.
But I reckon they can do it. It's just whether or not we'll get it, I don't know.
Well, that brings me on to my next thought. Was what is your favourite unit you're looking forward to in the expansion?
Oh, Tomb King favourite.
Yeah,
I mean, the giant skeleton it looks so cool, and they're monstrous units. I am intrigued for them because they're basically just their standard infantry is just going to be skeletons,
yeah,
which we've already had. They're going to be probably similar to vampire count skeletons, although these ones should have archers.
yeah,
But it's going to be the monstrous units because I think that's what this one to the Warhammer 2 has just increased the amount of monstrous units because I mean looking at the lizard men, you got all their crap. Looking at high elves with the dragons, Skaven's got a few cool things.
yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. That's what makes Warhammer Total War different to normal Total War because you do have the monstrous units. You don't get those in Attila or Rome 2. You get the people.
Yeah.
This you just really have fun. And what's the thing called? The thing that wasn't actually in the game, but people made it in conversions, and now they've made it into the actual thing. Is it the big thing with the two swords?
What it's called, but it's kind of like that. If you're watching the trailer, it's the thing with the big scythes that like jumps. I think it's that one.
Yeah, because I did hear from obviously from you and from other things I've read that they had introduced units that were in the mythos but never.
Yeah, they never made models for
as
them,
a model.
but they're in the lore, they're in all the
did.
fluff and everything. So.
Oh, I mean, I've just got to say this: the ones I'm looking forward to is the fucking Serpent Riders. Those guys look awesome. I mean, either that or the living statues. The Anubis ones and the Horus ones. They're pretty cool. But the Serpent Riders, they look really, really cool.
I just think it's just going to be a very fun army to play as.
Yeah, definitely. It's we all knew it was coming.
Yeah,
that's the thing because it wasn't a secret because it's obvious what they're going to do. They had fucking the black.
They had the black pyramid on the
gash.
They had the main city as a 8 slot or 10 slot is it? No, 8 slot.
Yeah.
The big ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, we knew they were coming. We knew that they were going to be here, and just I'm really looking forward to playing with them.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, and the fact there's 4 legendary lords to play with. So in co-op, we have more choice of who to play as, what to do.
They just need to now bring in 4-player co-op. I don't know why they're limiting it to 2. I don't know if
because I think it's because the legendary lord count isn't as high for each race.
Maybe, but it's still
because lizard men, they're gonna have to bring in Sotek or is it Sotek or was it Sobek?
Sotek.
Sotek.
Well, the high priest of Sotek.
Sobek's the real.
Sotek's the god. Is the high priest of Sotek, the little lizard war chief? No, the skink war chief, not lizard.
Yeah. So they need to bring him in, and who else is there?
They could have Lord Croak.
Croak.
Or the
dead one.
Yeah, or the white Saurus Orblood. I can't remember his name.
All right. Yeah, because Croak's actually in it though, isn't he? He's actually in the campaign, the Lizardmen campaign.
He might have been in the little.
Yeah, the cutscenes. He's in the cutscenes, so they find him underneath the temple, don't they? And he's obviously Lord Croak. He's a mummified fucking.
I don't know if they ever said it was his name, but it could be him. It could be another one. It might be him, but but his city is in it. The city that he resides in is in it, and it's again an 8 slot. So it's a high probability that he'll be in it.
Yeah, because I think they're going to definitely bring in more. They've got to bring in more legendary lords because they had that with the first one with the different waves of. Different wave of legendary lords in the what do you call them? You know, Skarsnik and
Skarsnik, Belgar, and Hammer. I don't know who it's going to be first. Whether it's going to be High Elves and Dark Elves get it first. I reckon it'll be High Elves and Dark Elves to get it first. And and then obviously Skaven and Lizardmen, and they'll probably bring out a few free legendary lords.
Yeah, I think some fun ones. Like they brought out Is it Grom
One
Bombadil? Grom
Bombadil.
Bombadil.
We got the Von Karstein for free. Both Vlad and Isabella.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get some free legendary lords. Some more free units would be also quite nice. Hopefully they do a similar thing to what they did with the original.
Yeah, I think they'll do. I don't mind paying for legendary lords so much as long as they're unique, and I think they need to bring in more unique units for legendary lords instead of just having the legendary lords a unique unit. They should be able to. Each legendary lord should have their own unique unit to recruit.
I'd quite like legendary heroes, or heroic heroes as I would like to call them.
I would like it if you could make your so like on our campaign, my skink war chief that's just like annihilates everyone because of his chain lightning and all that being fully powered. If he won so many battles, I think he should be able to become a legendary lord and lead his own forces.
Well, I've always thought that heroes should be able to lead a force, but only a smaller force. Like instead of having 20, it's only 10.
Yeah, it's probably yeah. Like a small like intervention force, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or if you level them up,
You just said you could have
and
like
choose that skill tree.
Yeah, so I don't think they'll ever do it, but it's just something because I think it would change how the AI plays quite a bit. Because at the moment they just get full stack armies, and you just run around everywhere with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
it doesn't.
Whereas in like previous ones, they had more of it. They would have like their main army, but then they'd have like other smaller ones wandering around.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get some random things like whole cavalry units and all.
Yeah, so I think it would change
purposes.
how the AI plays, and I think it would just be a bit more of a balance. I might make a bit more balanced gameplay. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. They've got quite a few things. I remember in the picture with the cycle, they've got quite a few things blurred and shrouded in shadow, but it might happen. It might happen later on. But yeah, I mean, we'll talk about this for ages, so we should probably wrap it up. So 23rd of January is when it comes out, which is a Tuesday, I believe. So
yeah,
we'll soon see how it actually happens, if it's a massive colossal balls up, or if it's like the best thing since sliced bread. Possibly.
They just, seeing as they got fucked over in the tabletop, I'm just happy that they've come to this game, and we're going to properly get some,
yeah, definitely. They haven't got love in... Exactly. They haven't got love in the Age of Sigmar, have they? They're just sort of thrown to the side way a little bit. It's a shame, because they are cool. They are like one of the cool... They're Egyptians, for Christ's sake. Skeletal Egyptians with fuck-off massive creatures. It's awesome. So yeah, can't wait to play it on Tuesday. We'll be doing a co-op campaign, won't we, Jamie, as well?
Yes, we'll be claiming the land for the dead. Not the stupid vampire counts, but the true rulers of...
the true rulers of the sand.
Yeah.
Not those stupid vampire counts, but yeah. Thanks for listening, guys, / watching. I'll put some little videos over the top so it's less boring with us talking. But so let us know in the comment below, guys, what you think is going to be the next stage of evolution for the Total War franchise with Warhammer 2 and beyond, and what your thoughts of Tomb Kings are and how you're going to play as them, who your favourite units are. Just go mad if you can. That'll be brilliant. But until next time, guys, we'll see you in a bit after we get destroyed on Warhammer Total War 2.